What's up, guys, and welcome back to my channel. It's Mama Manifests. All right, you guys. Hello, by the way. I hope you guys are well. So this is going to be a reading about the Lionsgate activation, the Lionsgate portal, it's been open since the end of July, but it's officially on August the 8th, okay? And I was called to do a video of guidance, a collective message through tarot, just to channel any messages that want to come out that you guys need to hear, right? And this is more of a collective tarot read, right? And a collective tarot read is going to give us more of an idea of what's going on, you know, in the collective, like collectively. We're all connected and we're all affected personally, but it's also important to understand what's going on collectively and how this is affecting what's going on around us, because that gives us a lot of empowerment and a lot of really important information that we need to know. So it may not be as fun as a personal tarot read, but if you did click on this video, I highly encourage you to listen to this, because my intention for this reading is it to activate through the vibration of the words that I speak, so you can have the best activation. You can use this portal to the best of your advantage. That's the intention of this reading. Now, I am not an expert in articulating what the Lionsgate portal is. So I actually are in the description box. I'm going to post a link to 3 different videos. The first video is going to be all about this Lionsgate portal, the history behind it, what's going on, and that's going to be with Ask Angels with Melanie Beckler, okay? The second video that I'm going to put in the description box below that I encourage you to take advantage of is a meditation. It's a meditation with the intention of activating your light body during this portal. And I just did it before I did this reading, and that's actually why this reading is coming in, because through that meditation, I was then guided to share this information with all of you. So I believe it's Stephanie Koja, something like that. I'm sorry, if I butcher it. I'm not that great with names sometimes. So I'm going to put the link to her meditation in the description box below. And that's again a Lionsgate activation. And then the third video I'm going to put down there, it's a guy named Zachary Adama, I believe is how you pronounce it. And I'm going to put a link to his Ascension Symptoms video, because I took a look at that and it really outlined, more information for you guys. So you're really equipped, right? Knowledge is power. And knowledge with that, understanding can be then turned into wisdom with the activation of this Lionsgate portal. So all 3 of those videos I will put in the description box below. I encourage you guys to check them out. This is a very important time, right? And I just want to speak a little bit before we get into the reading about, it's a time of balance. It's a time of upgrade. It's a time of, chakra activation. So if you are feeling it could be affecting everybody differently, right? Depending on where you are at on your journey. It affects us all differently, but you can really feel, the different chakras. It's probably hitting your solar plexus and your heart chakra the most. I know that's what's happening to me, and that could manifest in pain, right? Physical pain, nausea, and it's just actual light codes coming into you that then can be transformed into wisdom. That's what's happening. And so if you're feeling like a roller coaster ride right now where you have very polarizing thoughts, that's why. And it's so important right now to stay grounded. Okay, it is so important right now to stay grounded. So whatever you do to stay grounded, and eat grounding foods, or don't eat anything at all, like eat very clean, eat very healthy, eat very simple, eat very plain, right? And then you're going to be able to your body is going to be, pure, so that way you can really get in these light codes, okay? So that's the information I have. Right before we jump into the reading, I'm going to start shuffling. I just want to say thank you to anyone who has sent good karma donations. I can't even express to you what that means to me and what that means to my heart, and I just appreciate you guys so much. Also, I am open for personal readings, so my email's in the description box below. I am on Instagram if you want to follow me over there. I talk a lot about emotional intelligence. So if you're really trying to activate your emotional body, understand what emotional intelligence is, I would definitely recommend you follow me. And then also, I just saw a split, right, of those two things. And that's a bigger message coming through, but we'll get into it. But yeah, so if you want that information, or if you guys love this video, I've been swept up in these energies all day. It has been affecting me, you guys. I can't even describe to you. But yeah, if you love this video, if you got value out of this video, I would love a like, a comment, or a subscribe. That would mean the world to me, okay? So let's get right into it. So we're looking for, collective information, information to activate us during this most important time, help to activate and elevate our levels of consciousness. Please speak through me right now to those listening, okay? To those listening, and help me give the information that they need in this moment to really benefit from this time period. All right, you guys. I'm going to move my chair a little bit. I'm going to take a couple grounding deep breaths. I encourage you guys to do the same. And I'm going to do one more shuffle. I can feel it, like this is so intense. I can feel this energy in such a way, like my knees are burning right now. Okay. All right, let's see what's going on. Yeah, so wherever we're at on our journey, the Nine of Swords is like that feeling. It's feeling like you can't sleep, like you're restless, like you might not have much of an appetite right now, and it's very normal to feel this right now. I'm feeling this right now. I definitely feel like I'm in Nine of Swords energy. I've just learned over the past couple years how to kind of work through it to my best advantage, right? And so if you're feeling anxious, depressed, lost, confused, then that's completely normal right now. And that's because we're all being kind of asked. So if you want to best use this energy right now, the Hermit, he looks within, okay? He's there's nobody around him. He literally lives in a cave, okay? And so right now it's so important during this time to really look within, do some writing, right? Take spiritual baths with Epsom salt, with crystals, with candles. Meditate is the most important thing. I so recommend that meditation. She's a newer channel. She was amazing. Stephanie, that is, to get those activation codes. But that is like your guidance right now. Really look within, and be honest with yourself, right? About everything that's coming up. And it may, depending on where you're at in your journey, it might feel really, really difficult, but it's all happening for you. It's all happening for you. It's all happening for your balance. You're having an upgrade. Your chakras are getting aligned, right? This is a new world. This is a new life. This is a new direction. At the base of the reading, right? We all have realized the things that aren't working in society anymore. We've all realized, it's just the things that are not in alignment with, that aren't conducive for a functioning society where everybody benefits, where everybody feels fulfillment, right? We've kind of gotten to this place, especially over 2020, and that's because of what's going on astrologically, but it's all kind of forced us into this place of what's truly important, right? What is the Four of Wands? The Four of Wands is the card of 1111. So you guys could be seeing a ton of ones, right? It's a new beginning. I've been seeing them like crazy, more than usual, right? There's different times where I see different numbers, depending on what's going on in my life. That's the universe's way of communicating with us what's going on, okay? But this is all about the things that were not in integrity, and the want for human beings to feel more safe, to feel more secure, to feel like they can be themselves, to feel like we can be authentic. yeah, in the recent past, there was a new cycle that started, right? Because of this energy, because of the energy of Leo, because of the energy of 2020, right? I highly encourage you guys, I'm going to shout out another channel. I'm just going to put his channel name because he's been huge to me on my journey, and that's the Leo King. And he really breaks down astrology because it's important to understand all these different aspects to get that bigger picture. But I'm going to put the link to his channel down there, okay? Anyway, there's a new beginning happening. There's a new balance is being restored, right? The balance between the masculine and the feminine is being restored. And that's happening collectively. And that's happening, I'm sure, in your personal life. If you are here at this video, you can feel the call for the new, right? And so in the recent past, you may have felt this full energy, right? And depending on where you're at on your journey, the full energy, you're jumping off a ledge, right? And you're free falling. So if you've recently made that and you're at the beginning of your journey, it's definitely going to feel like you're free falling right now. Okay. It's definitely going to feel like everything's out of control. Everything is, because the truth came out, right? Because the truth about you is coming to the surface, right? Whatever's no longer in alignment for your best good, right? And sometimes that can really feel like we're free falling. Okay. And that's in the recent past. And that's because of this portal, right? That's because this portal has been open since, the end of July. Yep, it's just time. The Hierophant is the highest of the high, okay? The Hierophant is the divine. The Hierophant is the bridge between the spiritual world and the material world that we know, okay? So they're really getting me to talk about astrology right now. This is because of as above, so below. As above, so below. And this is just to bring in the light, right? Bring in the divinity, right? It's a call. It's a call. It's just, for me, I'm really feeling like the alarm clock is going off. It's time. It's time for us to realize our own divinity. It's time for us to acknowledge the soul. It's time to acknowledge the truth. It's time to acknowledge that balance, right? It's time to see the highest perspective, right? Because when we can see things from the top of the mountain, we're so much more empowered than when we're at the bottom of the mountain and we cannot see, right? Or as opposed to, if we're above the forest looking down, as opposed to when we're in the forest. That's what this is, right? We're being elevated. We're climbing up a mountain so we can have the highest perspective, okay? And this is everybody's in some way, shape, or form, whether it's a romantic relationship, whether it's, some things you thought about your friends, whether it's truth in your family, whatever it is, what has activated this is heartbreak. It's heartbreak. And what also has activated this is the neglect we have put on our emotional body, especially in our society. We go through these incredibly huge grieving processes, right? Something will happen in our personal lives and then we're just expected to get back to work and jump back on the horse, right? And it's like, what is happening to our emotional body when we're not dealing with our emotions? What happens? What happens? We get to where we've been. And that's what happens. We have got to acknowledge our heartbreaks, okay? It's not a strength to be able to keep moving, because whether or not you can see it, it is building on top of you just energy. It's burdening and it's energy. So it doesn't go away. When the heartbreak is experienced and you just put that energy on your back instead of dealing with it, maybe some people can carry more. Maybe some people are stronger and can carry more of a burden for a longer period of time. But either way, here's the straw that breaks the camel's back. Okay? And so what I'm really feeling from this, do you guys see me? This energy is flowing through me right now. I'm almost shaking a little bit, right? But this is the straw that broke the camel's back. Yeah, everybody's viewing themselves, right? As we want fulfillment. We want a new beginning. We want to feel the page. He's the youngest, right? There's the page, and then there's the knight, and then there's the queen, and then there's the king, right? And so we're all having this emotional new beginning of understanding how important our emotional bodies are. In our society, we have put this importance on our intellectual body. Not to say it's not important, but it is limited. It is not omnipotent without the feminine body. That's what the emotional body is, whether you're a man or woman, okay? And it is from that place, when those two are balanced, when those two are both understood for how important they are, then there's true empowerment, okay? Yeah, there's anger. There's anger, right? So we have the Page of Cups, dealing with these truths and dealing with heartbreak. If we don't know how to properly do it with our emotional body, what does sadness turn into? I gave you guys a second to think about that. But sadness turns into anger. Okay. Sadness turns into anger. So this is like this is the bigger picture, how everybody's viewing everybody else and maybe yourself, right? And people may view you as angry, but this is putting a magnifying glass on the fact that these things haven't been dealt with, right? And the anger is what's manifesting in our society. So that's what it looks like right now. Okay. Everybody's angry. And we all have a decision to make. And this is what's been coming through strong for the personal readings, for, what I'm seeing, just going on and what I've been feeling in my heart. Okay? We have a choice right now. You have a choice right now. You can either be dedicated to your spiritual journey and do whatever it takes to go down this path and face whatever darkness you have inside of you, because we all do, or don't. That's it. It's new or old. The Two of Wands is I shall follow my soul, or I shall stay the same. What are you going to choose? What are you going to choose? And you can't be in the gray area right now. You have to decide to follow what makes you feel good. You have to make it a priority to balance out your masculine and your feminine energies. We all need to focus. Right now, this is where Spirit wants us to have our focus, is how we have been deceptive. Okay? If you're a human being, you have the ability to lie to yourself. Okay? And it's really easy right now, really, really easy to point the finger outward, because because this heartbreak is happening, because we're all in the Nine of Swords energy, because the anger is what's dominating the collective right now, we all have this ability to point the finger on other people, because we're seeing, you might be literally seeing how you've been deceived, right? How you've been deceived. And I'm sure you have. I have as well, But I have also deceived others in my life, because I have the ability to be completely honest with myself. Right? And so if we point the finger outward, what is that going to create? What is that going to create, you guys? Tell me. It's going to create a battle, okay? If we want to point the finger, they're going to want to point it right back at you. So what the Spirit is asking you to choose to do is to ask yourself the question. I'm going to ask myself the question, what is no longer in alignment with me? How have I been deceiving myself? Those are going to be my intentional thoughts for this Lionsgate portal. How have I been deceptive? Right? This is the meat and potatoes. And regardless of if you're willing to look at this energy is prompting it. Okay? And it's going to be a lot easier to move through this energy if you surrender. Okay? Just surrender to the process and realize it's kind of going to happen either way, because that's energetically what's happening. That's what's happening astrologically. That's happening with this Lionsgate portal, right? We need to see the truth about ourselves. Okay? We need to see the truth about ourselves. And you might be feeling betrayed right now. There's a lot going on. Seven of Swords is the lie. It's deception. It's manipulation. It's this one man for himself mentality. We all need each other, you guys. Like, we all need each other. And we are all a part of each other. And we are all connected. So when we judge, hurt, do anything to another person, I know you guys have heard this, but it is, you guys are seeing the truth about how literal that really, really is. Okay? Let's get a couple more energies out here. Let's see what else, what other information, Spirit, Divine Spirit, do you have for us in this moment? Anything else? Anything else? Okay. Let's see what this is. Yeah. We're going through an initiation process. And with the initiation card, can you see the storm with the beauty on the other side? Be inspired. You are walking toward this beauty just by being here today, right? And you can really, help and elevate the process by staying grounded, by, doing the meditation or any meditation, right, during this period. But we're going somewhere more sacred. Okay, we're going somewhere where everybody wins. Abundance mindset instead of lack mindset, right? We've all been bound by this lack mindset that there isn't enough for everybody to survive. And then because we come from that lack mindset, we move into a place of fear, okay? We're operating off the lower 3-level chakras. This has been coming up so much, right? We're bound by this if we have a lack mindset, because that's where jealousy comes in. That's where betrayal comes in. That's where lies come in. Okay? Because we believe that what's been given to us, we have to hold on for dear life because, somebody could take it away from us. And so we've really gotten to this place when truly, when you come down to it, it seems like it's really every man for himself. Right? And it's an end to that. And it's the beginning of lifting up others. It's the beginning of an abundance mindset. It's the beginning of knowing that we are all divine and that we all have a divine purpose and we all can win. Let's get a fairy tale oracle. Okay, well, those 3 wanted to come out. There's 3 cards that just fell. So we're going to take it. Yeah. This is all about brother and sister, transformation, seeking a higher spiritual purpose, embracing internal transformation. What I'm taking from brother and sister is feminine and masculine energy, right? The balancing, the transformation process, right? Of appreciating every single creature, every single thing in this universe. And we all are kind of realizing that we're a little bit more gifted than we thought. And you know what? What's went on collectively is fair, brown, and trembling. It's the end of like secret keeping out of fear that somebody more powerful is going to, do something to you. This is the end of that negative manipulating, energy winning. Right? It's the end of that. Because no matter how hard the truth is to speak, there are people more and more every single day willing to speak it. Okay? They're willing to say how it is, even if their voice is shaking. Because they have realized their own personal gifts. They have realized their own personal divinity. Right? And know that this is infinite. Okay? That if you're patient with the process, that we all can win. And it's really helping us realize that we're all a little, look at card 5, right? Card 7, card 11, card 5. The seeker, the beginning, and the change, okay? And this is us realizing that we're all a lot more resourceful and we're all a lot more gifted and we don't have to settle anymore because we all have the ability to get everything that we need to get the results out of life that we would like. Okay? let's finish it off with an angel card. I love these cards. They're so, the vibration of them is so angelic. It's so high. What other messages do we have to add to help the activation process of this Lionsgate portal? Whoa, I'm not, nope, way too many. I'm going to keep that first one that fell out. Okay, yep, okay. I think I just saw this one. All right, perfect. Literally the two cards that came out, this is Earth Force, but meditation and grounding, right? And so I just asked the divine, how can we, what's the guidance to best help ground and activate this energy? And it's through meditation. It's through like restful, a restful state. It's through a grounded state. And that's kind of how I opened up the reading. It is so important to stay grounded right now. It is so easy to get swept up in the energy. So whatever you have to do to stay grounded, do that. I have literally, today is, the next couple of days, I've been showering more than usual. Okay. Like just to make sure, because that's really important to just keep everything fresh. Now is not the time to be like, you know what? Too tired. I don't feel like showering today. Even if that's the only thing you do, just make sure you're just cleansing, right? Cleansing your thoughts, cleansing your space, cleansing, everything. And that's how you're going to be best activated. And I know that everything feels really heavy right now. Every morning that I've woke up the past couple days, I felt this Nine of Swords energy so heavy. It's just, I have the tools at this point in my life, meditation and grounding, to kind of, make the best out of it, right? And understand what's really going on. And they really want me to, express to you the importance of this, okay? And I'm also going to share one thing. It's a metaphor that I heard about meditation. And it really helped me understand, because I'm a big advocate for meditation. I think every single human being needs it. I don't think it's like for some and not for the other. This is my personal opinion. I just think that it's like eating, it's like sleeping. We need this. Helps us to connect into, this helps, like we're a network of roots underneath, and it helps us to connect into the mother and the father, the eternal force. Okay. And everybody that I've talked to about meditation, they always tell me, well, I don't like the thoughts that come up. Right. And that's the point of meditation, right? And when we first start meditating, if we haven't spent time with ourselves in a long time, it's going to feel really Nine of Swordsy. It's going to feel like, this is the metaphor part. I promise I'm getting there, is, it's like going into a house that hasn't been cleaned in 20, 30 years. All the dust that has built up is still in there. But you go in, you maybe inherited this house and you want to clean it up. It has so much potential, right? But you take your first dusting and, it's 30 years, 40 years of dust, right? And it blows up in your face. It's really uncomfortable feeling, right? But you're not going to stop cleaning, maybe you'll hire a cleaning crew, and that's you, using the resources available to you, talking to people, letting things out emotionally, whatever, to help ease you through the process. But you're going to really love your house. You are really going to love that house when it's all cleaned up and shining. And so it's a process to really get into a comfortable place of meditation. So just know that. Just know that if crazy thoughts start to come up, breathe your way through them. Ground everything. The deeper the breath, only focus on your breath, you guys. Only focus on your breath, right? In through your nose and out through your mouth, and do it slowly. And that will help ease you through this entire process. Okay, you guys? This is a really exciting time. I know everything feels really crazy, just crazy right now. But it's all happening for us, and we're all, moving into a better place, both individually and collectively. All right, you guys. Happy Lionsgate. Happy 8/8. Many, many, many blessings and love to you. I'll see you soon. Namaste and God bless.